Hello and welcome back everybody, I am one proud Bavarian and this is We, the Revolution, and it is indeed us that will become the revolution. I don't know if this is actually a possibility, but if we can pull off becoming Napoleon, if you will, then I will absolutely do that. Generally, I would argue that the fact that the map has suddenly showed up in the last couple of episodes, it made me feel like I want to blob, you know, it's just the natural blobber's instinct that comes through. And I guess that the aristocrats just smelt that. They knew I was a royal blobber. So now we have to keep up their influence as well. I don't see anything particular on that. Do we have anybody new here? I don't think so. So let's just move on and talk about the case here. Revolutionaries want him killed, the family wants him in prison, and everybody else kind of just acquittal. And not this. Let's read the case. Compiled by Charles Etienne. Vincent Boule is a young wounded soldier. He lost his leg below the knee to a Prussian cannonball. He was discharged from the military and moved in with his mother and younger brother, 14-year-old Matteo, to an apartment in a tenement. Not long ago, I'm going to call him Vincent, okay? Make this easier here. Not long ago, Vincent's brother fell from a window. The doctors say that he broke both legs and his pelvis and would probably never walk again. We learned that on the night of the incident, a loud quarrel could be heard from the window's apartment. We asked the doctors from Hotel Dieu to examine the body a second time, and they found both old scars and fresh bruises on his body. Neighbors told us that during the first months after the return of the wounded soldier, they did not notice anything disturbing. However, eventually they began to hear screams at night. Vincent was sometimes seen with a bottle of wine and reeking of alcohol, behaving aggressively. We have arrested Vincent Boule, hoping for incriminating testimonies given by his mother and brother. However, she claimed that her son is young and stupid and fell from the window by himself. The boy has refused to talk to us. So somebody pointed out to me that the traps are simply recognizable by, you know, not being on here, which is a bit weird because it just makes it so easy to know what is a trap and what isn't. We have a wounded soldier. We got the window, bruises, wounded soldier, and mother and son. Hey, what? I want to unlock some questions. So the tenement is the trap. We already know this. This is the trap. Beautiful, amazing. What gameplay. There's, you know, look, I will not criticize this game too deeply because I actually having a lot of fun, but the cases slowly have devolved into, hey, how do I solve this in a way that makes the least people angry? And I don't know if that is what I wanted out of this game, but I'm still having an amazing time. So don't mistake this from what we're doing here. Fall from window, probably course of events. Scars and bruises. So, wounded soldier is the... oh, really? What? Mother and brother. What? Scars and bruises. Witnesses? Wait, I gotta read that again. Scars and bruises. Yes, the doctors. So that's witness testimony, quite clearly. What? Are you joking? Course of events, I guess. That's ridiculous. I hate that. We tried this with offender's personality, but that's not it. It's extenuating circumstances. Mother and brother. Return of the wounded soldier. There you go. And then you are either witnesses or offender's personality, so it's clearly the offender's personality. And then we have witnesses, and we got them all. That was a bit of a weird session, I will say. The people like it. Did you see that? They just threw confetti right here. A bit of a weird one, but we figured it out. So let's just go ahead and ask him. You're citizen Vincent Boule? That's me. Did you have anything to do with your brother's fall from the window? The stripling was playing on the stripling was playing on the windowsill, and he just slipped. You do not appear to feel sorry for him. He had an accident. Things like that happen. An accident? So you were not involved? He couldn't handle the Prussians, so he started fighting with his family. Mother first drove my father to death, and now she doesn't really look after my brother. You should ask her. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder why the aristocrats are interested in having him go free. It's a bit weird if you ask me. Let's take a look at the verdict as well. An acquittal will make the revolutionaries extraordinarily angry. Prison. Prison is decent, honestly. The death penalty, oh, brr, the people would hate that. We'll have to take a look at this. I think we want to go with prison here. I think that is what we want. What we're going to do first is, did he join... I think we can like ask about all questions in this one. You joined the army as a very young man. I was under 20. Losing a leg must have been a difficult experience. I don't want to talk about it. How did it happen? I don't want to talk about it. Citizen, tell us how you lost your leg. I don't remember. Maybe he was shot in the head, not his leg? Fine. Let us assume that you do not remember that exact moment. What about the day of the incident? Were you on the offensive? That has nothing to do with that stupid child falling out of the window. Citizen, we do you a favor by listening to you. Be so good as to not shout. Did you start drinking because of your leg? No, it's insomnia. I can't fall asleep with these days without a glass of wine. How long did you serve? Actually, I'm going to call the witness right now. How did your youngest son fall out of the window? I think he was playing on the windowsill. It happened at night, right? Well, yes. Did he often play at this hour instead of sleeping? My son doesn't have a father. Sometimes he's hard to control. What were you doing on the night of the incident when your son was playing? I was doing the laundry. The boys constantly stain their clothes and I was at work all day. I have to wash them later. And your older son? What was he doing? I'm not sure. Could he have been sleeping? No, he suffers from insomnia and he's beating his family. Did Vincent ever hit you, citizen, or do your sons get along? Did Vincent ever hit you? Of course not, Monsieur le Juge. Was he shouting at you? He can't sleep recently, and sometimes he raises his voice, but it passes when he sleeps well. His leg hurts where the stitches were, and I sometimes buy a bottle for him. Men always feel better after a drink. If you do not buy him a bottle, does he get angry? No. My son never gets angry at me, no. Of course he doesn't, that good, kind boy. That night, could you afford a bottle for him? I don't remember well, you know. I'm old, but no, I don't think so. I don't actually... So, let's take a look. You know, my verdict is kind of already settled, as stupid as it sounds, because of what we need to do for our people here, but I don't know if he did it. Like, this person is likely suffering from PTSD. He's going through a very rough time. He's living in poverty, and living in poverty puts you under pressure, you know. It maximizes the amount of stress that is putting itself onto you. Sometimes that does lead to extreme reactions, and those extreme reactions sometimes are indeed violent. Did he do it? I actually don't know. How are you describing your relationship with your brother? We're drinking on the night of your brother's fall from the window. How do you describe your relationship? Matteo, that little maggot does nothing but eat and ask mother for money because he's too lazy to work. Your brother has never worked. Well, he was a baker's or butcher's apprentice. I'm not sure which. Still, whatever he brought home, he ate it once. How about you? Where are you working? Without a leg, what can I do, huh? Roll cigars with women? Be honest with us. Were you beating your brother? He was battering him. You could hear it from 2 streets away. Someone has to bring him up as a man. I was raised by my father, but he died when Matteo was 8. There was nobody with him with a firm hand at home, and now look at him. Not that his father did a great job of raising this one. I think he may have done it. Because he doesn't have, like, you know, he doesn't appear to have a guilty conscience if he did it. He's like, oh, he kind of deserved it. It happened, you know, like, that's what he gets. Tell me if you were drinking. Tell me if you were drinking, and then we're going to go, how long did you serve in the army? No, Monsieur le Juge, that night I was sober. Your neighbors heard screams, probably from the street. Maybe there was another lynching or something. I don't know. I was sleeping. How can you sleep when you didn't have a drink, my insomnia-ridden friend? He's lying. Did you take your brother to the hospital? No, our neighbors did. I found out about everything in the morning when they came to complain. Why did you not take him yourself? Were you ashamed? I couldn't sleep for 3 nights, so when I finally managed to, I slept like a log. We heard you yelling. Did you visit your brother? Well, if this person over there heard him yelling, then why the fuck isn't he a witness? I don't understand. I was sitting by him when an officer to the guard came to interrogate him. Matteo was asked a bunch of questions, but didn't say anything. I guess he was ashamed to have ruined his health in such a stupid way. I think we can actually ask all questions, which is really nice. I like that. I'm gonna ask this one. Your neighbors say that when you returned from the ward, first you were calm, yet as time went by you became increasingly more aggressive. What happened? I don't understand the question, Monsieur le Juge. Of course it doesn't. Squeaky clean, that one. For some time now, your neighbors have been complaining about you. When you started drinking, they began to hear screams from your apartment. I haven't been getting along with my mother recently, but it was nothing serious. You did not get along, or were you arguing? Nothing serious, just some small disagreements. But did it not start straight after your return? I just can't sleep lately. Sleepy people are often easily irritated. Let's talk about your time in the army. Over a year. The whole time I was thinking about going back to my mother and brother. And once you returned home, the trouble started. They didn't understand me. They don't know what it's like when your friend's blood splatters over your face. They were complaining that I scream at night. I was calling Pinard. I dreamt about him every night. A bullet went through his cheek. Damn. Did Pinard survive? I don't know. 2 days later, I was hit by the cannonball. I have no idea what happened to him. Your neighbors also complained about screams. They never had to shake someone's gut off their shoes. What do they know about screams and fear? Do you want us to feel sorry for you? You can all go and jump in the river for all I care. Look. The way I see it, you may have done it. This is, in a real court, not enough to convict anybody. You can't... Criminal trials rely on something that is called beyond reasonable doubt. While civil trials, when you have a trial, you know, between two people, for example, I don't know, Company A against Company B, they don't need that incredible proof and evidence. They mostly need just, you know, within reasonable doubt. If that is okay, then they can go ahead and the trial can be decided. Now this one, clearly, in modern principles, he's not guilty. He's not, you know, the evidence is not strong enough, everything is just not there. However, in real life, I would say you clearly need to have mandatory psychotherapy done. You know, have a therapeutical checkup, because as a veteran, you know that he clearly has PTSD and some trouble dealing with, but we are in revolutionary France and he is a danger to his family. He is the opposite of a good soldier. My verdict is prison. Oh, I did forget. Wait a minute. Need to stamp it, but oh god, I forgot to answer the questions. Wait. No, I need to answer the questions. Oh, here we go. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? No. Under what circumstances did the boy fall from the window? He was playing on the windowsill, supposedly. Were the neighbors complaining about the veteran? He said he was drinking and being aggressive. There you go. Okay, so you can just answer it afterwards, which is nice. Citizen Bull, for your crimes against your own family, I sentence you to prison. Chain the bastard up and to the quarry with him. Right, everything fine, everybody likes us. Beautiful report. Our influence and our reputation is going up, which means we have now influence of 4. Those can be spent later on. Everybody is fine with us as well here in the relationship thing. Alright, let's move on. Let's do the next phase. I think the family comes first and then the map. Here we go. Your decisions in court can influence your relationship with your family. Neat. Everybody seems to like it. Most of them seem to like it anyway. Support the construction of the statue, which is nice. Like, everybody will hate it for sure. Opening night at the theater. Father, you're a bit of a twat. Have you heard this before? Because you definitely should. Evening with grandfather. Everybody hates it, except grandfather. Reading together, maybe reading together is actually going to be nice. I was more thinking, fuck the grandfather. We're going to go to the opening night of the theater. He's going to hate it, but the revolutionists are going to like us. I think this is the way to go here. Sure. He will also hate it, but like I don't think he will drop far. Oh, so close. God damn it. I thought he might. Yeah, this is what I'd see. He's still so far ahead. This is perfectly fine. Very, very good to have this relationship with our son. Let's talk about the map game. You didn't quench the unrest yet, huh? Oh, I hate that. Oh no, he did it. He did it. Okay, it's also under our supervision now, which is nice. We do have a diplomat here, which means that I will have to move you in here. You can beat him up. Whoever this is controlling something here. What is the fervor in this section? Yeah, that's pretty low. How's everybody doing here? Everybody doing alright, yeah. Okay. Let us increase our influence over this district, and that's the map game. I mean, that's exactly what this is. Let me take a look at the statue here. How do I unlock these? You cannot unlock this building yet. You cannot seize this building. Facilitate. Oh, this is my residence, right. I can't seize these. I can't seize any of these buildings yet. But we're getting 2% every day for the statue. Maybe on the next day we want to go ahead and help building this statue, but I don't even know. Days left before the inspection. I mean, I won't be able to build it up soon enough at this rate, I don't think. But we'll have to check it out. Let's go to intrigue, because there is a running intrigue. We're almost there. Failure. Henriot is abusing his family. Madame Roland is the true head of the family. She's incredibly ambitious and skillfully maneuvers her husband's career, pushing him onward to more prestigious positions. I doubt that the ministers made a single important decision without discussing it with her first. The so-called political salon held by her turned out to be an exclusive brothel in disguise. We must attack, cut them off from their income, from their information. The wives of the convention deputies will learn the nature of that political salon their husbands tend to frequent. Then they will force you to make sure Roland's brothel is closed down for good. I want Henriot's guards to turn her establishment upside down. Absolutely. Yeah. Do it. She cannot be this squeaky clean. I don't buy it. Chance of success, 70%. Let's hope that it works out. Alright, that is, I believe, everything we can do today. We did failure, sadly. He interrupted us here and then we failed. That's a bit sad. But we will have to win the struggle. We're so close as well to actually going ahead with that and winning it. I think we're doing quite nicely here as well. I do wish that we wouldn't... We need locations that give us construction points. That's all I'm saying. We need locations that give us construction points for sure. Because only then will we actually be able to build up the statue in time. Liberté, day 11. Still Act 1. It's surprising how long this game is. I really didn't anticipate it. Not that it's bad. Ah, the aristocrats want her free, huh? I think the aristocrats can suck it. We're gonna go with it. Everybody hates prison. Jesus, they hate prison so much. They hate prison more than an acquittal. Interesting. I think we're gonna go with the death penalty, if she is guilty, I guess. What else do we have? No letter this time around. We put most people in prison so far. Our reputation is excellent. I like it. Did we meet any new people? It doesn't look like it. Alright, and as you can see, we're doing fine, honestly. I'm feeling very comfortable with all of this so far. The common folk, of course, hate us because of our father. What a bit of a twat he is. Compiled by Olivier Carrasco. And the dock sits the wife of the convicted and executed citizen Louis Capet. This is Marie Antoinette? Oh, that's... Oh, Marie Antoinette, a 38-year-old Austrian who came to France at the age of 14 to wed the 16-year-old Louis. Their marriage was political. It was supposed to tighten the alliance between Austria and France. Both Marie Antoinette and her late husband lacked the experience and knowledge required to rule a country. Their incompetence resulted in France being left in debt and the French in hunger and poverty. The former queen and her husband were incapable of restraining themselves from their profligate lifestyle, even when the price of bread became unapproachable for the common citizen. Marie Antoinette and Louis Capet tried to escape from the Tuileries Palace, where the Capets had been confined by the revolutionaries. The two intended to return to France with neighboring armies, but they were caught before they could cross the border. Louis and Marie Antoinette were able to avoid lynching upon their return due to Antoine Barnave's protection. The famous orator today, reading, tough stuff, interceded on their behalf, which made him a suspect. It is thought that Marie Antoinette ensnared him so as to use him for her political agenda. For many years, Marie Antoinette has been accused of acting against France's best interests, plunging the state's budget into a deep deficit, plotting against the revolution, and trying to rebuild the monarchy. The failures of France against Austria can be attributed to her treason. We suspect that she conveyed French military secrets to her homeland, but we lack evidence to support this claim. The citizen is also accused of promiscuity. Moreover, there have been suggestions that she sexually harassed her 8-year-old son, Louis Charles. Now, I don't think that is historically true. They did accuse her of that, but I don't think that is historically true. Queen's promiscuity, Fender's personality, quite clearly. The Capet's escape is an accusation or counter-revolution, maybe both. Nah, it's just that one. The young Louis Charles Capet. There is an accusation in there. Nope, okay. Profligate lifestyle, military secrets is an accusation, is counter-revolutionary in nature. The restoration, counter-revolutionary. Antoine Barnave. I don't know about this one. If we miss out on one question, I think that's fine. Like on one of them, but we gotta get the rest together here. The young Louis-Charles Capet. What? That's the most thing of offender's personality you could ever get. One of these is both. One of these is 2. There you go. And then he is personality and motive. There you go. Okay, we did get through with the unlocking here. Beautiful. Everybody likes it. They cheered for me. Now let's talk to you. Now you'll pay. Bear in mind that this is no common case. Your future depends on your sentence. Please introduce yourself. Excuse me? I could interpret that question as contempt of court. Maria Antonia Josefa Johanna von Österreich, also known as Marie Antoinette of Austria or Marie Antoinette. Wait, what? Oh. However, I would prefer to be called the Queen. I will use the term the accused. Why not you Austrian whore? Alright, let's talk to her. There's so much that is trying to push us here into freedom. Probably because she's good at talking, pretty much. Does the accused see herself as an exemplary mother? I cannot answer that, and I do not wish to. You should ask my son. Before we do that, I would like to ask the defendant about the accusations regarding the indecent molestation of Louis Charles. No mother would dignify such atrocious accusations with a response. Summon the witness, the son of the accused, Louis Charles. He's tiny. Please introduce yourself. My name is Louis Charles. You know why we have invited you here? No, why? Did your mother ever do something to you that you felt wrong? That felt wrong? Such as? Things that would make you feel ashamed. Mother liked to hug me in front of everyone. It embarrassed me. Did she often hug you? Very often. Sometimes she would even come to my chamber at night just to hug me. Did you feel embarrassed then? No, because nobody was watching. Jesus. Did your mother mention to you the plan to escape to Austria and abolish the Republic? No, neither mother nor father would ever mention that. Was Monsieur Barnave a frequent guest? Yes, I like Monsieur Barnave very much. He's always very nice and brings me toys. Recently he bought me this wooden guard. Were he and your mother doing anything you found strange? Mother once told me to respect him just like my father. That's the guillotine. So I guess the idea is here that, similar to historically, you know, how it historically went, they accuse her of being indecent to her son, and that is what puts her away, not really anything of this. Has the accused ever conveyed French military secrets to Austria? What manner of secrets could I possibly know? Let us start with the strength and weaponry of the army. What an absurd accusation. I could not even tell a mortar from a musket. You do not have to know the difference to take notes and send them to other parties. I am the Queen, not a spy. She denies it, the whore. Why did the accused live in luxury? Take a look at the previous queen's expenditures and the ones before her. Once you compare them, you will see I was using far less money than they were. We must also take into account the situation of the citizens then and during the reign of the accused and her husband. Take into account my rotten potatoes. I do not recall the former queens being addicted to gambling. We all have our vices. I must admit that you and Antoine Barnave are much alike. Has the accused ever suspected that he helped you for his own profit? I never even considered such a thing. Antoine is a good person who wanted to help. I'm not one to judge him for his political views. The most important thing you shared was your hatred of France. Nonsense. We had to survive on bones while you were devouring meat. I think we can ask one of these and then we will go ahead and already have our judgment here. We will probably lose out on these. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. Yes. How did the defendant waste her money gambling? What was the defendant's relation with Barnave? They were friends. I mean, she probably won't tell us. What was your relation with Antoine Barnave? I'm more interested in this question though. I don't really care to answer the question correctly here. I'm just gonna sign this. I'm more interested in knowing what she thought would happen once they fled to Austria. What future did the defendant expect had her escape been successful? Our plan was to survive. We believed that nothing good awaited us in this country. We were clearly not mistaken. Though you understood that the people would seek revenge for their suffering. Many would cheer my death. We surely would, and we surely will. If it were not for the defendant's escape, we would not be speaking today, and the people would not have lost what little trust remained. Everyone believed that it was part of your plot. I wish to see at least one piece of evidence of our plot. We don't need proof. That's a bit silly, isn't it? What really puts it away, this had a tiny influence, what really puts it away was the son issue. What's your relationship with Antoine Barnave? He was my friend. He helped us and was one of the few people who treated us with respect when everyone else turned against us. Yeah, I wonder if she returned the favor under the sheets. Does the accused realize that by asking Citizen Barnave for help, she has also caused him serious problems? I neither made any promises, nor have I ever asked him for help. We were simply alike, and that may be the reason for our friendship. Were you sexually involved with him? Austrian bitch? Of course not. Then why would he take such a risk corresponding with you? I only hope that he receives a fair trial followed by his acquittal. Behead him! Look, the thing is this. We could ask the rest of the questions, but they're just like, hey, did you sleep with him? That's a silly question. That's a peasant's question. We're in a court of law here. And I'm gonna have her beheaded. I mean, you know, I like the balance that we get out of this anyway. But at the same time, I have to think as a judge of the revolution, and the revolution cannot count on the royals that have betrayed it. Unless we get rid of them, they will always attempt to flee. They will always have the hammer on, above our head, the axe above our head to cut it off. Unless we do it to them first. So my verdict is the death penalty. Judge Fidel has spoken. I sentence the accused Marie Antoinette of Austria to the guillotine. The ancien regime should have been beheaded long ago. Huzzah! Justice is served at last. Alright, everything worked out. All of the questions were correct. We never had to use this yet. I don't even know if we ever have to. It looks decent. All the relationships are holding up. Could go way bad though in the future. We'll have to see about that. But now it's time to do the beheading. You know the drill. You know how it goes. We will of course hold a speech. Let's speak to them. So they have an attached attitude to the crime. I think manipulation might be good. Maybe also aggression. They're carefree, so I'm just going to go with carelessness, I guess. And then we're going to go with aggression for this. They were all the perfect arguments. Let's go, boys. This is how you do it. Future generations will remember that we were not cowards. They will remember us delivering punishment for such hideous crimes. They loved it. Today we have a convict who, as they all say, is innocent. Only death awaits the enemies of France. Wonderful. They are so happy. We the we the revolution reach maximum reputation, golden idol. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Did I step on you? That was completely unintentional. Oh, she's a bit of a... I mean, then again, she's being beheaded. Obviously, he can be a twat at this point. This is haunting. Looking at the people like this is haunting. You can see the aristocrat very unhappy. Some frustrated, some very happy. This is haunting. And person just got their life ended in front of you. Oh, let's watch this. Oh boy. What? I wasn't finished yet. Oh wow. Somebody's helping us at the very least.
Why? Tell me. What have you done? You. Why are you making me suffer?
Sleep.
Oh, it's Grace Elliott!
I'm by your side.
Who are you? I do not want to sleep. Not yet. I remember now. I have a family. Where are you? The one who makes me suffer.
Did my father just stab us? Is this what just happened here? Did he do this? You traitor to the revolution? Day 12, huh? We're unconscious for a long while. Gregory Ramel. Who are the people who apparently saved my life? Tell me about yourselves, please. Gregory Ramel. You don't know me, although I know quite a lot about you. The lady next to me is... I know Grace Elliott. From stories. You were the one who sued me up? It is not my first time saving someone's life. There are more victims of the revolution than you think. You encroached on Minister Rolland's position and, more importantly, on the business managed by his enterprising wife. On the establishment, from which their allies Jean-Nicolas Pache, the mayor of Paris, and Jean-Baptiste Gobel, the Archbishop of Paris, got cuts of the profits. I didn't know. If this information was easy to learn, it means that someone is doing their job poorly. But you know. Yes, because I make my living by learning secrets. Word on the street is that the Girondins are planning to take over the convention by force. The king's humiliation and the revealing of the connection between the crown traitor and Roland, a prominent Girondin, weakened them. This chance might be seized. This chance might be seized on by the Jacobins with Robespierre Danton at the helm. This may be their moment. I want no part in this. These people are not fooling around. I'm afraid you have no say in the matter. At least as long as the Rolands are alive. As soon as they learn you survived the attack, they will try again. Your death sentence is already signed. You seem to know much about me. How? I don't understand. Enough for now. You have to rest. Regain your strength. Your wounds. I knew your brother. Monsieur Gregory. You're right. We will speak of this another time. Gregory, you blue-balling... I have yet to thank you for. You will have another chance. Alright, okay, you prophet. You like what we did, apparently. Yeah, all of them are feeling good about the sentence that I just passed out. Excluding my son. Wounded. You cannot change this action. Amazing. I need to rest and heal after the treacherous assault. Well, I suppose so. And everybody... Oh, wow. How dare ye? How dare my father recover from... God damn it, my family. You're all traitors to the revolution. I am the revolution. Ah. Alright, let's take a look at what happened here. We defeated this one quite clearly. Getting more face every single day. Ooh, what was that? Monarchist scheme. There it is, the first piece of the puzzle. Let us fill in the rest with the corpses of enemy agents. I hate that. Revolutionary patrol. The patrol may imprison your agent or capture an enemy agent. I mean, I don't want to be in this one then. I'll just move on. Move right over here, I think. Jacques-Louis David is unlocking a new section. You can beat him up again, I guess. That's not that big a challenge, really. Do we have anything new? Nothing at all. Alright, but we're winning. I mean, the map game looks easy so far. Look at this. We're controlling everything. Everything is quiet as well. He's on patrol. He might come down here, but for the moment, I think we're fine. And that's this day, I guess. Where's the intrigue? Why was I not able... Oh, was this like a total failure or something? We had a 70% chance of succeeding with it. That's a shame. How are your wounds? They are healing. All thanks to our new friends. Really? What is the matter? Let me remind you that you have been resting here in this house. This is where they carried you, and it is your family that has been waiting on you hand and foot. Us, your family, whom you are putting in danger. You think I wanted to be stabbed in an alleyway? Your wife wants what is best for the family. Your brother. My brother wanted to protect our family by fighting back against those who threatened us, while you just wanted to wait. But I've seen the head of a king roll as easily as a tradesman's. Only power. You are a judge of the tribunal. You have power. It is the people who paid these assassins, the Rolands, or whoever they answer to, who have power. They are the ones who wield life and death in this city. Let us hope they do not kill us all before you grab your precious power. Right. So there was just a day without trials, I suppose. Reading together. I don't know. She'll dislike it a bit, but he'll like it. Do some gambling, but what's the point? I think I'll just support the construction, actually. Even if this goes down, I think we'll be fine. I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, it's not pretty decently significant, actually. Nah, this is fine. She might even not be... Nah, she's down. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's support the construction of the statue here. I think that is a big thing that we do need to do. I don't exactly know what it does, but I want to find out, eh? That's what I'm here for. Anyway, we just beat him up. Wasn't that tough, was it? Ah, they just... get out of here. I need to take this over. Oh, they just locked me up. Oh, well, monarchist scheme. We're getting closer. We will soon learn the identity of R. We just need... Support the construction of the statue. Everyone works even harder when they see that your family is helping. Spies. Spies on the enemy, lures opponents, and helps the diplomat control the territory. Dear friend, I heard that you are recovering from a hideous attempted assassination. Your dispute with Minister Roland has led to the mobilization of Girondins who wish to take over the convention and most probably restore tyranny. In order to defend the Republic, my group would like to strike first and arrest the leaders of the coup. The list of suspects is not conclusive yet, since we are still not sure which of the Rolands should be accused of trying to assassinate you. Long live the Republic, Maximilien Robespierre. So far he's our friend, huh? So he's blocked. What? Oh my god, what? What is this? What is this? What actually is this? So like, I walk in and tell them to let him go, huh? They are intrigued. Exit by an agent. Let's commence persuasion here. They're carefree, so this should work. No opinion, I'm gonna go with manipulation. Arresting this man was simply a misunderstanding. Let's go with humility, maybe. You should look for real criminals. Alright, so not humility. Maybe manipulation here. And not manipulation here. A very weak argument. Go with carelessness, because they just don't care for it, actually. Interesting. Let's try this one. You have the wrong man. Thank goodness you did not hurt him. The consequences would have been dire. Such a misunderstanding. Alright, let's go with carelessness. Absurd, your prison actually works for me. Let's try this again. These days, it is not hard to lose one's head because of treason, and holding my agent can surely help you with that. Yep, alright, this is a good one. We have real traitors out there. Root them out, and do not be discouraged by failures such as this. Although in your next endeavors, do try to avoid persecuting my agents. I do think we almost lynched your brother, our brother. It's good that you came along. We'd already sharpened a pike for his head. We're glad to have you on our side. Go in good health. Alright. Easy. Freeing an agent. I can now use him. How's this district? I want this district. It has a 4% pushing up our building, our construction thingy. So there's a... Oh, I can't move in there from here, really? But it's connected. What do you do? Lure enemy agents. I don't know what that does, and they don't explain it. Yeah, we're building this up. This is nice. Although... This looks a bit difficult. I don't know. I hope that we will actually get it done in time, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. So he's doing this. We're getting the influence here. We're doing a good job at everything so far. I just hate that I have to, like, move you around here, I guess. I'm gonna put you here, and I'm gonna try to lure you, I guess. Maybe he will come over here. Maybe. I'm not sure. Why can't I get in there? I don't get it. Like, I actually don't get why I can't get there. Alright. Let's go to the intrigue menu here. Exposing the minister's wife. Success. Let's go. We got beaten up, but it did succeed. Citizen Robespierre and his spies report that the Girondins are allegedly preparing for an attack on the Jacobins, whom they want to arrest and kill en masse. If it was Roland who befriended the aristocrats, everything is starting to fall into place. Roland knows that you survived. You can assume that the events in the convention will be followed by another assassination attempt. Robespierre suggests that we will strike first. If we arrest prominent Girondins, we will cut off a number of the Hydra's heads with one blow. Anti-Boulot the Younger, Boyer Fonfrede, Brissot, Carrat, Ducastel, Ducos the Younger, Dufriche de Valazé, Duprat, Fauché, Gardienne, Gensonnet, Lacaze, Lassource, Loz, Deperet, Le Hardy, Lasterpt, Beauvais. These are some names. Minville the Elder, Sillely, Vergniaud, and Vigier. Oh, I have to do it now, huh? Yeah, I can't get out of it. I mean, I wanted to do it, but I just wanted to check it again. Arrest them all. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Success. Important decisions. Sometimes you will have to make a decision that will affect an entire intrigue. Think it through carefully. Decide who will be brought to justice. The assassination attempt was performed by people hired by Jeanne-Marie Roland. It was her from the very beginning. By arresting her, you will get rid of the source of the problem. Her husband, however, the person granted power by the convention, will slip out of your hands. Jean-Marie Roland openly attacked you. You have strong evidence against him, so sentencing him should not pose any problems. His wife, on the other hand, may have enough time to escape, which could have unwelcome consequences. I think we want to get rid of her, the wife. She's the one in... Actually, but he's the one... I think we want to arrest him. You know what? Weaken the assembly. If she wants... but she might attack us again is the thing, because she's behind all of this, you know? Oh, this is an important decision. Very important decision, in fact. Jeanne-Marie Roland or Jean-Marie Roland. Nice names, you nerds. Get some real names. Brrr. I mean, I think he will fall down like a house of cards once his wife is gone. She attacked me, she's going. A perfect intrigue. We the Revolutionary Tribunal unlocked. So this was within the perfect limit. Perfect play out, 1 intrigue. Effects, reputation plus 8. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Yeah, let's go. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, I'd like to leave. Yeah, we succeeded. Get destroyed, you son of a gun. Everybody loves us. Just as God intended. Now, I did imprison her here, or I want to imprison her because she is the most dangerous one. She does not have the power of the convention, but she's the one that might actually kill me. Which I don't appreciate. Don't know if you were aware. Don't like it. Oh, what is this? How are you feeling? You were still out of it when I visited you. The wounds are not fully healed, but I thought it would be good to show up to work anyway. Yes, look, I need to talk to you. I think I must. Has your father ever told you how exactly your brothers evaded the gallows and ended up at the front lines? I have asked, but all I ever got was silence. I was the one who pointed his case. Oh, really?
The verdict was just a formality. For such mutilation of another person, I could have only sentenced the accused to death. Your father came to me and begged for his firstborn's life. I did not know what to do. I spent that night thinking about the case. Eventually, I burnt the files. I told your father to banish Bruno from the city, then sell his stall to those he was at odds with, the Reynards. He was also supposed to give part of that money to the family of the wounded boy. Your father agreed to everything. I remember the eyes of your brother when he was banished from his home. But his father did not have a choice. It was the only way to save his son.
That does make the father a bit more, you know, relatable. Later we learned that Bruno enlisted and died at the front lines. What I'm trying to say is what? Your brother died anyway, despite me showing him mercy. But that does not mean showing it was worthless. Remember this while you're hunting down your enemies. Ah, the minister fled. Pour papa. Notre famille. Beautiful, thank you. Jean-Marie Roland has fled Paris after receiving news of his wife's arrest. We know for a fact that before he escaped, he spread damning rumors about us. Ugh, the influence is so tiny, who cares? Look at us. We are the power of Paris. Position in hierarchy. Your position in the hierarchy is getting stronger as you reach ever greater heights. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to rise up in the ranks. And I know who this is. Jeanne-Marie Roland. Of course it is her. But we will judge. We will judge her in the next episode. And we will judge her wisely. But more on that in the next one. Later, alligator. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.